Umamusume fandom has shown such support for horses, I want to do my part and showcase a local charity that I've known about for a while called Hope for Horses. This charity specializes in adopting and helping to rehabilitate and rehome horses who have been down on their luck, and they also provide educational resources for horse owners. They're dedicated to enriching the lives of their horses, so if you would like to help out this organization and support them financially, I'll leave a link down below in the description. So let's go ahead and talk about the horse girls. Today we are talking about anime girls who are horses. Yeah, that's what the video's about. It's not clickbait either. So if you have been in the gacha sphere, you have probably seen this game everywhere recently. It's very pretty, it's vibrant, and of course it has anime girls who are also based off of real life horses. That's completely true. That is a huge fact in this game, is these are all real horses turned into anime girls. But we'll get into that. We'll get into the crazy. Umamusume Pretty Derby has been going viral recently, and this game has been in development for a long time. So now that the game is finally out, it has really taken the world by storm. And honestly, as someone who was a huge Genshin Impact player at the beginning of the game, I, for the first time, feel like there's a gacha game that is really replicating the way Genshin took over everything. It's not just one demographic, it's not just one age range, it is like everyone is obsessed with this game right now. But with doing research about this game and trying to formulate this video, there is a lot that I have learned about the history of the game and the history of the characters. No, the horses. Not those characters, the horses behind the characters. There is so much history behind this game, and I really do think that we need to give the developers a round of applause. There has been so much love and dedication and research put into the character and the world building for this game. So let's go ahead and get into the history and learn all about Umamusume Pretty Derby. Umamusume is a multimedia franchise created by Sai Games, and if you didn't know this, they have actually already created another amazing game that has turned worldwide heads with Idolmaster's Cinderella Girls. This is one of my all-time favorite mobile games, and I love idols, so, you know, go figure, I had to get obsessed with that as well. So we already know that they are capable of putting out a good game. Umamusume was actually revealed in 2016 but didn't release until just recently. Umamusume was first announced in 2016 but didn't fully release worldwide until June of this year, 2025. Now, this game has had a lot of setbacks, first being announced in 2016, then moved to schedule to come out in 2018, then delayed again to 2021. Now, of course, finally we have the game out, and it is a hit game. And I will be completely biased here. I would rather you take the time and really work on the game, making sure that there are no bugs, that you can fix everything that you can before release, because that gives the player a better experience. Recently, we have seen how rushing and how the lack of beta testers can hurt a game, such as in the case of Infinity Nikki, a game that was also super praised and super anticipated, but has really disappointed fans due to the lack of the time spent developing the game. And again, I'm happy that the developers took so long with this game, because you can really feel the passion that they have for this series, and yes, again, the real life horses behind the characters. And before this game even initially releases, we had an anime produced by PA Works that aired from April to June 2018. There are 3 anime seasons about horse girls. Again, horse girls! And not just that, you know, every good anime has to be accompanied by a manga series. There was a spin-off manga, Umayan, which aired from July to September 2020, and even a sequel titled Umayuru There was also a film by Cygames Pictures titled Umamusume Pretty Derby, Beginning of the New Era, which premiered in Japan in May 2024. And another anime television series adaptation of Umamusume, aka Cinderella Grey, production by Cygames Pictures, which aired in April 2025. And last but not least, a short web spin-off anime titled Umamusume Pretty Grey, which also premiered in that same month. There has already been so much media produced around this game that has been delayed for so many years, and now that we're finally seeing the game come out, we're seeing just how popular this idea really is. In a world similar to Earth, racehorses are able to have the chance to be reborn as kimono mimi, which basically means that they're able to be reborn as horse girls, which also allows them to keep their former speed and endurance. To break that down, horses have the ability to be reborn as kimono mimi, aka horse girls, girls with horse features who are able to still have their same racing stats from when they were a horse. Yeah. The best of these horse girls train at the Elite Academy, Tracen Academy in Tokyo, and hope to become famous racers, but also idols. So the whole idea of this game is that you have to train up your horse girl racer idols the same way that you would train your idols in the Idolmaster game series. If you liked Idolmaster, you might actually really enjoy Umamusume. But one of the best things about this game is that they take inspiration from real-life history and horses. During the time of globalization, basically when Japan and the Western sphere kind of mingled, there's a lot of things that we swapped with each other. For example, as you know, in Japan, hopefully you know this already, but if you didn't, baseball is like the biggest sport there. But horse racing also became a huge sport/leisurely pleasure. We all know about the American Kentucky Derby, but Japan also is very affluent with their horses. It's a very big deal over there, just as much as it would be here in the West with the Kentucky Derby. Horse racing in Japan is a whole industry in itself. So now let's talk a little bit about the most influential, most famous, and well-known racing horse from Japan, Goldship. Now this horse is extremely famous, and just like in the Kentucky Derby, you are betting on these horses. This horse has had major wins, and again, there are so many here that I'm not even going to attempt to read. They're just going to be on the screen for you. And now, here is what they look like as a cute little anime girl. Yeah, so one thing that I have read about since doing the research for this video is that Goldship is a diva. There was a real-life event called the 12 billion yen incident where during a derby race, Goldship refused to run and was the only horse when the doors opened stayed behind. They refused to race. And the anime even takes note of this, showcasing it as a fight between Goldship and another horse girl. The attention to detail from real-life events is so amazing, it genuinely blows my mind as someone who didn't even know that this was a thing, because I have seen the scene go around, and I'm sure many of you have also probably seen some of these clips go around, but to know that this clip was a real-life event turned anime girl is so hilarious and honestly mind-blowing. And even more emphasis on how Goldship is such a diva. Basically, after retirement, people realized that Gold actually ran faster than when they ever did as a racehorse. It was almost like this horse was taunting them. They translate this stallion's diva-ness into an actual anime girl. We can see the haughtiness that anime Goldship retains from IRL horse Goldship. And again, it's such a nice reference. Naosuke Sagai, the real trainer of Goldship, told Cygames that they were allowed to put Goldship in the game on the condition that she would have to train extremely hard because he had a hard time training this stubborn horse. And let's talk about one more character from this game, which is Haru Urara, who is another real-life horse, of course, who did not do so well in their years as a horse racer IRL. We're talking about the real horse this time. This horse does not have a lot of credits to their name, and yet through this game, people are doing the best that they can to train the actual character, the pink anime horse girl character of Haru Urara, to be able to be the best of the best. As a tribute to the real life horse, people are maining this new Urara horse girl and trying to give her the success that the real horse never got. And if you think this is all silly goofy and there's nothing good that really comes from this, let's talk about something that is actually really amazing that has benefited the horses, the real ones, from the horse girls. Basically, you are able to send gifts to the IRL horses, and there are so many memes that have been made about this, but you are able to give these racing horses, one, retirement, and two, allowing them to live the rest of their days in peace, giving them all the food that they need, giving them sponsors to be able to get whatever they need, medical treatment, whatnot. And I think that's one of the most beautiful parts of this game, is to actually help these animals in their older age. Now, we know in the video game sphere, especially within the gacha sphere, that it's a very competitive and greedy market, but I really have to give it to this game. They did a great job of basing the story on real-life horses, contributing to the retirement of these real-life horses, and making the story full of the quirks that we see from these real-life horses. There is just so much love put into these fictional horse girls that it's hard to not become a fan of this game. Truly, I do think the best part about Umamusume is really showcasing horses in a new light. Yes, that light is anime girl, but I have seen so many more people really become passionate about the animals. And if you don't know, horses are extremely smart creatures. They're so sweet, and it is so nice that people are able to help support these racehorses and just bring more awareness to horses in general. We need to showcase the ears in the full attitude because, I mean, come on, they're perfect. Now, there are so many things that I could talk to you guys about in this video to end off with. For example, there is a whole story talking about the Yakuza and about how basically if you draw any of these horse girls in SFW form, the Yakuza is gonna come and bust down your door. Yeah, that's a community joke, but there's so many things that I could tell you, so many little tidbits, but I'm gonna leave it out of this video, and I am gonna take a second to say, hey, if you like Umamusume and you want to see more content featuring me, I actually do streams over here on my VTube channel for Umamusume, and as you can tell, I'm a little bit obsessed. I also have a Twitter, and it's mostly horse girl talk. I'm obsessed with this game. If you like this game, I like this game, we should be friends over here. But as you can see in the video, my favorite horse is Majiro McQueen, so let me know in the comments which horse is your favorite. Are you a Haru fan, a Golshi fan, or a McQueen fan? Or any of the other amazing horses, let's be real. And if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and if you would like to help the channel out and help the channel grow, then please consider becoming a Sakura member. It really helps my channel grow and provides me with the resources like equipment and stuff that I need. And I'll see you horse girl lovers in the next one. Bye bye!